Hello, Mr. Patrick Toot. My name is Robert Michelson. I called you a couple of weeks ago. You instructed me to learn more about Mr. Dr. Noakes, which I did. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, and I'm getting an idea about what he represents, and I wanted to make a short introduction about myself, so if I send you another email, at least you know who I am. My story, very briefly, I knew for a couple of years that my main artery was 95% blocked, and I wasn't doing much about it. And I did not want to have bypass surgery. But what happened was I studied and researched basically Italy, India, where I am in Thailand, Malaysia, to find the right operator who could administer EECP, which is a machine which basically helps the arteries around the blockage grow. And I finally decided to go to Italy with a really great doctor, and I got there in April. And when I got to his office, I was really very weak, more so than before. He put me on his machine, he hooked me up, and he just basically said I'm not healthy enough for his procedure. It's an hour a day for 35 days, and that was my plan to go to Italy. So he took me to his colleague, the university hospital that he knew, and they did some more tests, EKG and ultrasound or whatever. And they looked at me and said, "You have to go to the hospital right now." And next thing you know, I'm in the hospital in Italy, and I'm scheduled for bypass surgery, a double bypass surgery, which I had, which I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but it had to be done. They had to put a new valve in my heart, and it was done. I spent a month in that hospital after the surgery, and then a month in another hospital to get better. I forget it's late here, and I'm in Thailand. This is where I live. So that happened. Now it's basically June, and I got a call from my girlfriend that my mother was in the hospital and she wasn't doing well. So I tried to rush back to see her, but she passed away before I could see her. And that's been another thing. I'm not complaining, and I think I'm coming out of my depression. But the reason I'm contacting you and telling you my story is because I really want to get better. I know they told me that I had a lot of plaque around the arteries, and they told me that my carotid arteries were 50% blocked. And after listening to your interview with Ivor Cummings and listening to you, I realized that you probably know a lot more than the doctors do. So this is my attempt to hopefully get your attention and help me get me on the right road. Now, I do understand that what worked for you might not work for me.